Well, welcome everyone. November 5th, regular meeting of the Owensboro City Commission. This time I'll ask our city clerk, Beth Cecil, to please call the roll.
Commissioner Jeff Sanford.
Here.
Commissioner Larry Conder.
Here.
Mayor Tom Watson.
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Larry Magliner.
Here.
Commissioner Pam Smith-Wright. Here.
Thank you. This time I'll ask Commissioner Pam Smith-Wright to help please, with the invocation and the pledge. Please stand.
Tonight my prayer is in honor of Veterans Day, so would you please bow with me? Oh God, our Heavenly Father, you have blessed us with men and women who are willing to defend our freedom. May your protection and grace surround them each day. Let your healing hand be upon those who suffer wounds and injuries. May those who have made the ultimate sacrifice rest forever in your holy presence. Comfort the families who mourn and left to remember the precious lives of their loved ones. Help us to honor and support them. Let us ever be mindful of each sacrifice made on behalf of the American people by our sons, daughters, husbands, wives, mothers, fathers, and friends. Amen.
Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation,
under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, next item on the agenda, we have a Mayor's Certificate of Appreciation for 25 years. Jeff here? Oh, there you are. 25 years of facilities maintenance manager. So at this time, we'd like to have you come forward, present you with this certificate, and get a picture, okay?
I say a few words. First, I want to thank the mayor and commissioners for my recognition of 25 years. Especially want to thank my wife, Cindy, 40 years, putting up with all the nights I've called out and telephone calls on the weekends. And but anyway, appreciate it. City of Owensboro has been a great place to work for me. So, thank you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now we have a outstanding service certificate for Officer Steve Morgan. Stevie. He served on the police as a police officer for the City of Owensboro for 19 years. Officer Morgan was hired by OPD after serving 2 years as an officer with the City of Henderson. We call that lateral transfer, don't we? See how much I learned there? Officer Morgan has been a K-9 officer for 16 years, working with K-9 partner Beatty from 2003 to 2013, and K-9 Vindo, right? 2014 to present. Officer Morgan served in the National Guard from 2008 to 2018. We want to thank you for your service to our country and to the citizens of Owensboro.
I wasn't really prepared to give any speech. I just it's been fun. I've enjoyed it. Can't say enough good things about the department, about the chief that we have, and you know, I've loved every minute of it. There's a time, I think, when you know it's time to go, and you know it's a young man's game, and so I think now it's time for me to enjoy your retirement. Thank you. Appreciate it.
We have another presentation, Certificate of Outstanding Service. Battalion Chief Chris Luttrell began his career with Owensboro Fire Department in March of 1997. He rose through the ranks serving as firefighter / EMT, driver / engineer, lieutenant, captain, and battalion chief. As captain, he was assigned to the hazardous duty materials team as team leader and was appointed as special operations chief in 2015. As a battalion chief, he served as a shift commander and has been the coordinator of communications for the fire department for the past 4 years. Battalion Chief Luttrell has played a very important role in the recent computer-aided dispatch upgrade project, which is still ongoing. Earlier in his career, he had the opportunity to deliver a baby while on duty, and many years later, he was able to see that child again at Trail of Treats downtown. Battalion Chief Luttrell has been a valuable team member of OFPD, Owensboro Fire Department, working with the command and management staff to move the strategic plan of the department forward, and he will be greatly missed in this role. Chris.
All right, Chris Luttrell, 3610 Monticello Drive. First off, I want to say thank you to the wonderful group of men and women that I've had the pleasure of serving with at the Owensboro Fire Department. Appreciate their support over the many years. Secondly, certainly want to thank the city of Owensboro for an awesome career. Going to be almost 23 years in December. Have not had a day that I have not enjoyed coming to work. And so December 1st will be a bittersweet day for me, but appreciate all of your all's support and certainly will be, miss you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Chris. I want to give a shout out to our officer in charge today, Officer Wellman. He had the distinct honor of letting me ride with him on Halloween night. And I get in the car, and the first thing he tells me is, whatever you do, don't get your big butt out of the car. I said, no problem. And he says, we got a live one in the back seat. I said, what? So it was interesting. You know, I can't say enough about what they do for our community. I'm very proud to have had the opportunity to ride with him. Thank you very much. Okay. All right. Business. Can we just keep doing fun stuff? Or do we have to do business? Okay, item 5A, consider approval of minutes dated October the 15th, 2019. I'll make a motion to approve. Could I have a second, please?
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Thank you. This time we'll move to ordinance, second reading. We'll have a roll call vote. Counselor, 6A.
Thank you, Mayor.
You're welcome.
Ordinance 32-2019, a supplemental ordinance providing for the authorization and issuance of electric light and power system refunding revenue bonds in one or more series in the aggregate principal amount of not to exceed $80 million of the city of Owensboro, Kentucky, for the purpose of refunding certain outstanding revenue bonds of said city, authorizing the sale of said bonds to the purchaser thereof identified herein, providing for the security and payment of said bonds and interest thereon from the available income and revenues of the municipal electric light and power system of said city, providing for the defeasance of certain revenue bonds of the city, and providing for certain other matters in connection therewith, publicly read for approval on second reading this 5th day of November, 2019.
Thank you, Counselor. I'll make a motion to approve. Could I have a second, please?
Second.
City Manager Nate Pagan, we talked about this. You want to run it again?
We did, Mayor. This is an OMU issue, and General Manager Kevin Frizzell is here should you have any questions.
Okay, any questions from the dais? Hearing none, okay, we'll have roll call.
Commissioner Jeff Sanford,
Yes.
Commissioner Conder,
Yes.
Mayor Watson.
Yes,
Mayor Pro Tem Magliner,
Yes.
Commissioner Smith-Wright.
Aye.
thank you. All right, thank you, Kevin. Item 7, ordinances, first reading, there'll be no vote. Counselor.
Ordinance 33-2019, an ordinance revising the City of Owensboro Employee Handbook, Chapter 1000, Subchapter 1004, pay charts entitled Key Exempt Management and Professional Technical Exempt, thereby eliminating the position of Information Technology Infrastructure Manager and further establishing the positions of Infrastructure Supervisor and Application Supervisor. Introduced and publicly read on first reading this 5th day of November, 2019.
Thank you, Counselor. City Manager, would you like to discuss this a little bit?
Yes, Mayor, I would. Thank you.
You're welcome.
This is first reading of an ordinance amending 3 positions on our pay charts that reflect a minor restructuring in the Information Technology Department. 1 manager-level position is being eliminated due to a recent retirement, and 2 new supervisor positions are being added in its place. These changes result in the city having the same structure in the 2 divisions of infrastructure and applications. However, these changes do not alter the total number of employees and will have no financial cost.
Thank you. Okay, Counselor, item 7B, please.
Ordinance 34-2019, an ordinance amending the annual budget for the fiscal year beginning July 1st, 2019 and ending June 30th, 2020, and amending Ordinance 9-2019 to provide for bond refunding, issue costs, downtown services, pickleball court project, addition of 1 full-time bus driver, 2 information technology supervisors, and removal of 1 information technology manager, year-end payout of surplus dispatch funds and carryovers. Introduced and publicly read on first reading this 5th day of November, 2019.
Okay, that has a lot of stuff in it. City Manager.
Mayor, did you want to make some comments first, I believe, on this issue?
Yes. Over the past few months, we've been trying to, as a group, figure out how we continue to move forward downtown. And what we've decided to do is enter into a contract with a couple of folks to try and give them the opportunity to look at things that we as commission and Nate as his staff really don't have full-time, have the time to do it. We're at a point now where we've got to figure out some things to make our downtown have more livable. We've got to create more density, and so we're in the process of doing that, and that's what some of this ordinance is all about. So contract's not completed yet, and once it is, we'll be glad to give you more information about it. Okay?
And I have some additional comments, Mayor, if that's okay.
No. Yes, sure, be glad to.
As the city attorney read, this is a rather comprehensive budget amendment that involves 7 or 8 different funds being amended. So in summary, the items in the amendment include the following: the downtown initiative that the mayor just referenced, revenue and expenses for the bonds that we recently refunded after authorization from the commission, reflects additional donations from the dog park advocates for the project. It reflects the revenue and expenses for the pickleball partnership recently approved by the commission, the restructuring in IT that we just discussed in the last agenda item. It also swaps 8 part-time bus drivers for 1 full-time bus driver at no incremental cost or no cost change for that amendment. It involves the payout of the 18-19 central dispatch surplus back to the city and the county, and then finally a couple of additional carryovers from last fiscal year. Either Angela or I are happy to answer any questions should you have them.
Any questions? Commissioner Smith-Wright.
Yes. Should it be listed in here about the dog park or not?
The dog park is in there. I believe there was an additional $5,700
No.
donated by the dog park advocates.
She was saying there's.
I'm just talking about,
It's not in the ordinance.
Oh, it may not be in the summary, but it's listed
That's
in
what I'm
in the text of the ordinance. Maybe
Okay.
it's not in the summary.
okay.
Good point. Anybody else? Okay, thank you. Item 7C, Counselor.
Ordinance 35-2019, an ordinance annexing to the city of Owensboro certain unincorporated territory in the county of Davis, adjoining the present boundary line of the city, being property owned by SYF Properties LLC and located at 2065 East Parish Avenue, containing 4.527 acres, more or less, introduced and publicly read on first reading this 5th day of November, 2019.
Thank you, Counselor. City Manager.
Thank you, Mayor. This is first reading of an ordinance annexing 4.5 acres located at 2065 East Parish Avenue, or also known as Highway 54. The property is the site of the new retail center containing McAllister's Deli and Moe's Southwest Grill. The developer has signed a consent form to proceed with this annexation, and we'll have a developer incentive at the next meeting along with second reading.
Thank you. Thank you, Leland. Okay, that'll do it for 7C. Any other discussion up here? Okay, item 8, municipal orders. We don't have any. Item 9, city manager items.
Thank you, Mayor. Just one personnel appointment tonight. Wesley M. Taylor, probationary full-time, non-civil service appointment to firefighter, effective November 11th.
Okay, I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Item 9B, city manager comments.
No other comments tonight.
Okay, item 10, communication from elected officials. Commissioner Smith-Wright, please.
Thank you, Mayor.
You're welcome.
Just wanted to say that I had the pleasure of having Girls Inc. to pick me up today in their van with probably 9 or 10 little girls, and they took me to vote, and I showed them how I voted. I took some in the booth with me or behind the thing with me and showed them how to do all of that. They were very excited, and we had a good time. And also was able to attend Owensboro Health's gala with the compliments of the mayor. And it was a wonderful event, and especially when they dedicated the rooms, the hospitality rooms, to C. Waitman Taylor Jr. It was awesome. So thank you, Mayor.
You're welcome. Mayor Pro Tem.
Thank you, Mayor.
You're welcome.
I want to thank everyone that was involved in the Greenbelt extension. That's a great addition. We had the ribbon cutting, and hope to see everyone Monday at the Veterans Day Parade. Thank you.
Good point. Commissioner Condor?
Thank you, Mayor. Just one item. Wanted to remind everyone this coming Friday at Kendall Perkins Park at 9 o'clock, we will be having a community planting in that area which has actually been pushed by the Northwest Alliance, Adrian Carrico, who's done such a great job, and through a grant from Lowe's Corporation of here locally. It's really one of those things for the community to come together to show that everyone really cares and can do things together. So if you can, please, this Friday, November 8th at 9 o'clock, be there. Shovels and some other things will be there and ready to be able to plant some trees and shrubs, if you don't mind, please. Thank you, Mayor.
You're welcome. Commissioner Sanford?
Nothing this evening, Mayor.
Okay, thank you. I will tell you, I spent from 10 o'clock till 5 o'clock yesterday at the Bluegrass Trustee Board meeting, and got a lot of facts and figures, and they're still they're working very hard. I was very impressed at all the things that they're trying to do to make that facility what it can be. They're coming up on a 75th anniversary, so all of you that would like to donate $7,500 tonight, please raise your hand and we'll get in touch with you. Never mind. But anyway, it's a great brochure. Gringle Chisholm printed it out. This has to succeed in our community, and it's going to be a great brochure, timeline of things that have happened there. So I'm hoping that everybody will think about contributing to try and keep this piece of heritage that we have in Owensboro. Next thing, I would like to read something here. The city received the Government Finance Officers Association Award for Outstanding Achievement in Popular Annual Financial Reporting. The award represents a significant achievement by the entry. The Popular Annual Financial Report, known as PARF, was developed to encourage and assist governments to produce high-quality reports designed to be really accessible and easily understandable to the general public and other interested parties without background in public finance, and then to recognize governments that they are successful in achieving that goal. The city decided to participate with the PAFR program due to the community request through the OBKY initiative for reports regarding the financial status of the city, and to City Manager Pagan suggested participation in the GFOA PAFR program. By utilizing the GFOA program, we have access to the services and assistance of the National Major Professional Association for this reporting. So if you all remember, it's almost like Government for Dummies. I asked them to do something I could understand, and Angela did a fabulous job of breaking it down, and it's a nice little brochure. It's very well done, and it's part of what came out of the OBKY project. So at this time, I'd like to present this award to Angela, and we'll take a picture, all of us together, for the award for Outstanding Achievement in Popular Annual Financial Reporting, presented to the City of Owensboro. Okay? Where's that? Oh, he was going.
I'm hiding.
Over and let us hold the line. Come on this way. Okay, we're gonna shake hands. And look at the camera, looking grand. That thing weighs, that thing's heavy. That thing can drag on.
Yeah, I would like to add a thank you to everyone that participated in this particular report. And just for the viewing public, it is available on our website. So if you go to owensboro.org and go to Departments and Finance and scroll down, you will find the popular annual financial report, which we endearingly call the PAFR.
PAFR.
Okay. And it's our first one.
Could have told me that before I struggled through that PAFR. Congratulations,
Yes.
Another good job, Leland.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you for spearheading that OBKY project. That's, I think it's been very well done. I will give you, I really like for this community to really participate in the Veterans Parade. You know, there's a saying out there that in peacetime, you know, children bury their parents, but in wartime, parents bury their children. So keep that in mind. Show up at the Veterans Parade. It doesn't last very long, but it's a real tribute to those who sacrificed so that we could sit here and do what we do, and some of them obviously paid the ultimate sacrifice. So, all right, at this time, open public forum. Anybody would like to speak? Oh, I'm supposed to read that thing, aren't I? Sorry about that. Members of the audience are invited to address the City Commission on any matter of public concern that was not on tonight's agenda. Comments are limited to issues within the scope and responsibility of this commission. Commission meetings are held to conduct city business for the benefit of Owensboro citizens and taxpayers. At this time, anyone who wishes to address the city commission, please make their way to the podium to be recognized. Speakers must state their name and address for the record and limit their remarks to 3 minutes. Anybody up? Oh, come on. Well, Officer Wellman? No way, huh? Okay. All right then, hearing no takers, I'll make a motion to adjourn. Could I have a second, please?
Second?
All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned.